What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Smartphone World Show. Should I call it the Smartphone World Show or just Smartphone World? I don't know. Leave me a comment and let me know. Well, on today's episode, episode 4, I am going to start off with Apple. I have a lot of questions for you Apple fans out there, and please start answering me because I am not understanding why everybody keeps saying the iPhone 5 is the best. We already learned in the last episode on the failure of the body, how it's bending and breaking, coming out of the box, scratched and dented, whatever. Let's move past that. A new survey came out showing that Samsung is still number 1 in the US and in the world. And it's the younger generation, Generation Y, that is choosing the iPhone 5 over its, better competitors. Well, I'll tell you right now, when I was young, I made a lot of mistakes. And I didn't realize they were mistakes until I got older. I'm pretty much seeing the same thing here. When I was younger, I will also tell you that I would have swore up and down that my choices were correct. I was wrong. I am man enough to admit that I was wrong. Please, everybody else, try to grow up and do the same thing. I mean, we are seeing Apple stock at its lowest. Okay, not its lowest. It's at $509 a share. That's right. It closed at $509. In September, it was over $700. That's a $200 loss. Any other company, they would be freaking out that they lost $200 a share. That is a lot of money. And analysts are saying now that it's going to go over $1,000 still. They were saying that it was going to go over $1,000 before 2013. I didn't see that happen. It hit over $700 before the iPhone 5 came out. And then what happened? People were pissed about it. They were very upset with the build quality and what they were getting for their money. So what happened? It started to drop severely. The iPad mini comes out. It drops even more. It's on a steady decline. It has not recovered yet. It has not turned around and started the rise again. When HTC stock was dropping like this, they were saying how HTC is going to go out of business. And look at HTC now. They're cranking out smartphones that are beating the competitors, like the HTC Droid DNA, J Butterfly, the new M7 that they were talking about. We will find out. We will see if Apple is going to recover. I don't think that Apple is going to fall off the map and, crash and burn and everything like that, but I don't see what the analysts are seeing here. Do you? $200 stock drop, guys. $200. When the iPhone came out, I had it. I said to everybody it was the best smartphone in the world, even after Android came out. Android came out, even a year later, the iPhone was better. Even 2 years later, the iPhone was better. Not anymore. Android passed it and blitzed ahead. They're gone, guys. Android is way ahead of Apple technology for a smartphone, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, even the customer satisfaction is dropped to its lowest level ever. You don't see a trend here? Please give me some comments below on why you believe Apple is better at making smartphones. It's only a 4-inch display. It's skinny. It only has that one look, where it looks like your app menu that you would get in a Android phone, not like the home screen you would get on an Android phone, and all the widgets that you can do, all the personalization that you can do. I can put photo frames. I can have, changing pictures on them with sayings on the streaming news. My YouTube account on my home screen. I can have all of that. You can't do that with an iPhone. All you have is your apps, not live widgets. Nothing like that. And these are the things that I complain about. I switched my brother from an iPhone 4S to a Galaxy S3, and he is amazed at how wrong he was I used to have the biggest arguments with him about on how he thought his iPhone 4S was better than my Galaxy S2. It simply is not. There's just way more I can do. And he has apologized a bunch of times. I love that. Even the Christmas sale for Apple is lower than last year. That's not what you want to see in a company, guys. So please, give me your opinions or why you believe the iPhone 5 is the best smartphone in the world when it clearly is not. It just cannot do all the things that an Android phone could do. Another thing that my brother said, he was like, I can't believe how many sites I can go to that were blocked from Apple. What can I say, guys? Alright, we're going to move on. Who's going to make the new Nexus phone? The Google Nexus phone. You know, the LG Nexus came out, and that thing is insane. I love it. One of the best smartphones in the world today. Who's going to make the next one? Well, Google did buy Motorola, guys. Come on. It's not rocket science. There might be more than one company making a Nexus phone, but we could definitely see Motorola putting one out since Google owns them. Motorola makes excellent smartphones. We all know this. We've seen I'm having a brain freeze here. The Motorola Razr Max HD. Awesome smartphone. You can expect something crazy in the Google Nexus phone that Motorola is probably going to be making. It's probably going to have a 5-inch display. It's probably going to have quad-core processor, 2 gigs of RAM or better, 13 megapixel, 12 megapixel camera on the rear, 2 megapixel on the front. These are definitely the specs that you can expect from a Nexus phone if it is created by Motorola, without a doubt. Well, any Nexus phone for that matter. But I mean, we're definitely going to have to wait to see. We just had the LG come out. I would have to say at least maybe the Mobile World Congress we can see them displaying it, but not released for a couple of months after that. I would say that it would have to have key lime pie and not Jelly Bean, because you know you want that kind of advancement in the next Nexus phone. Nexus phone. Okay, well, that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that until I get some more information, because it's all speculation. I mean, everything that we talk about is so much rumor. It's hard to narrow down what's true or not. Last week I said the Jelly Bean updates. I forgot to mention on how Sprint updated the HTC Evo 4G LTE to Jelly Bean, but I did mention on how Sprint was one of the quickest to get the updates out there. The only problem I have with Sprint is their data connection. They do say 4G LTE, but when I tried their 4G LTE, which just simply was not the same as my AT&T or Verizon that I've used. It's just not as fast, guys. Sprint has to bump their system up. Not this bump that they have. I mean, the spectrum is only half of what AT&T and Verizon uses, yet they're still allowed to call it 4G LTE. I just don't like that. Sony, remember the Yuga that we always heard about, and now it's being called the Z? Well, more reports are coming out that they're finally going to come out with it. It's going to be under 8 millimeters thin. Not going to call that thick, because that's simply not thick. Quad-core Snapdragon S4 Pro processor with a 1.5 gigahertz. LTE, NFC, 2 gig RAM, you know, the standard that we're seeing. The only problem I have with Sony, again, is their update process. The Xperia TL, I've already seen one with Jelly Bean on it, official build, yet they're saying that you're going to have to wait until February, so yes, this smartphone, the Yuga, looks insane, and it's probably going to be one of the best smartphones out there. It's going to have a 1080 HD, true HD, not that HD 720 that everybody talks about. That's a huge difference, guys. You can tell big time. It's like going from a tube TV to a flat screen. That's how different it is, and they're both called HD. I don't know how people can do that. Does it make sense to you? Is that HD? If the lowest number is 720, that's not true. If the lowest number is 1080, that's true HD. That's what you're looking for. Make sure you ask your questions. iPhone 5, not 1080. Sorry. It has a Retina display. The display does look nice. Still not 1080. What else? Huawei and their Ascend D2. Keep seeing pictures and reports about that. I don't know if they're trying to keep it secret or not, like HTC, Samsung, LG, Sony, and all the other companies, Apple, where, you know, it's like the Pentagon Papers and they have a briefcase cuffed to a wrist somewhere. But, you know, CES is just a couple of weeks away and I'm already seeing tons of information. True HD display, 5 inches, 1.5 quad core, 2 gig RAM, 3000 mAh battery. 3,000 right out of the box. Yeah, it does look like it might be a little bit thicker, but does anybody realize that thing looks a lot like my Skyrocket? I don't know. Will there be patent issues with this one? We'll have to wait and see. The back of it looks more like an HTC setup. The front looks like a Samsung setup. These companies really have to get off the whole, you know, suing patent battle garbage, because believe it or not, that is what's slowing down the technology jump. And I'm going to be talking about a technology jump in a couple of minutes. But first, what I want to get to is, we're talking about battery power, and I'll tell you what, the Ascend D2 will have a 3000 mAh battery, and if it has a 28 nanometer processor in it, it's going to last forever. If it has a Super LCD 3 in it, it's going to last a long time, and that's what it's going to be able to stand out above everybody else. But now I just found out the Galaxy S3 is going to have an extended battery kit, because you have to change the back, because it's going to be different size battery. Your phone's going to be thicker, heavier. Expect it, guys. You want that extra battery, expect it. Me personally, I will get a regular battery, have it charged, and carry that thing around me. Switch it up when I want. This way I can still have my regular, you know, regular size and weight. Because once you change that up, good luck finding a case that you're going to really, really love. It just simply won't be there. Let's talk about Galaxy S4 now. What is with the rumors and the S Pen? And the S Pen coming on a Galaxy S4 is going to replace the Note? Are you guys crazy? What is up with all these people writing articles about that? It will never replace the Note line. The Galaxy S4 is specifically an insane smartphone. I don't even see it coming with an S Pen. To me, that's simply rumor. You want an S Pen, get a Note. It will never replace the Note because of the fact, like the new Note 3 that we keep hearing rumors about, 6.3-inch display. How the heck is that the same as a 4.99-inch display that we're hearing about the Galaxy S4? It's not. The Galaxy S4 will never replace the Note line. The Note line is completely different. Seriously, you really have to stop doing that. If it does come with an S Pen, fine. I'll admit that I was wrong. But that it will replace the Note line? I doubt it. Now, about the Galaxy S4, one of the biggest problems that I have with any Samsung phone is the brightness. I simply just do not see any great brightness on a display from Samsung in the sunlight outside. It's like watching an NFL football game and the ref has to go review the play and he's in that hooded thing. I need one of those to check out my Samsung phone in the sunlight. That's not what you want in a smartphone. I mean, HTC's HTC One X, One X Plus, Droid DNA, you can see that thing great in the sunlight at many angles. That was the big problem. But now I'm hearing the Galaxy S4 is going to have a true HD display, Super AMOLED, not Super LCD display. So I want to check out what kind of, you know, display is going to be, how rich the colors are going to be, saturation, the whole thing, and the brightness outside. This is the kind of upgrade that I want to see. And they are saying that it will have a high PPI instead of under 300 that you see in displays now from Samsung. We're going to have to wait and see. Remember, guys, rumors are rumors. Try not to hold on to them until we get the actual specs. What I'm going to finish off today with is that technology jump that I'm talking about. They're saying that by 2015, we're going to have some serious technology included with our smartphones. I'm thinking that it might be even sooner. Imagine having a smart tag on your window of your car, and when you walk up to your car, you wave it, it connects your Bluetooth, starts your car, opens the door, sets your seat, your radio station, everything, just by swiping across your window. I definitely see that happening. We have almost that technology already. Just imagine walking up to your door at your house. You have tons of things in your hands and you can't really get to your keys and unlock the door. Well, if you have your smartphone on you, the door just pops open for you. It'll be connected through NFC. These are the things that you can expect, guys. Enough with the holographic display, and great, maybe that will happen in 10 years from now, 15 years from now. Let's talk about stuff that's going to happen now. This NFC, starting your car, opening your front door, having your phone in your pocket as you walk from room to room. Lights go off in the room that you left, stuff turns off, and everything transfers to the new room that you're in. Yes, you can see this kind of stuff. I already seen smart houses that have similar technology, not connected to your smartphone like that, but with NFC, you're going to be able to do this. With Wi-Fi, you're going to be able to do that. Forget about just NFC. And these are the reasons why all new smartphones are coming with NFC. Well, not Apple. Again, another reason why I'm thinking Apple's not having that technology jump that everybody else is. They slowed down completely, and we're seeing it in Android phones now. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching another episode of Smartphone World. Yeah, I think Smartphone World sounds better. But again, give me some comments about the show, the name, what you want to see in the next episode. Click like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Help me out. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great weekend.